Alright, we are just getting ready here. Alright, we are just getting ready here. That's not what you want to hear. Alright, we are just getting ready here. Okay, I think we're good now. We had a stealth Twitch window that was also open. Alright, we're good? Am I going to hear myself again? No? Okay. Everything's good. Alright, so, sorry, just making sure that nothing explodes anymore. I don't like it when stuff explodes. Okay, so, hey there everyone, and welcome to our live episode of the Thrawn's Revenge 2.2 Community Challenge playthrough. In this playthrough, I am only able to use the units that have been requested and named by the different viewers and patrons of the channel. So before the playthrough went out, I put up a list of all the available ships, which was everything in the mod, basically, and people were able to pick any ship, any cruiser, frigate, or corvette for viewers. For patrons, any capital ship. The viewer submissions are closed, but throughout the playthrough, I will be accepting submissions from the patrons for capital ships. But for now, these are all the capital ships we're going to have left here. I've coded them all in, and we do have a couple frigates and cruisers left to build. Ground units, I'm still working on coding a lot of those in. I have made a couple changes between the last two episodes, but until you start seeing these guys clear up a bit, you won't see a lot of those other ones start showing up. But anywho, we are going to, in today's episode, try to finish off the Empire of the Hand, I think. So we've got this fleet over here with Overkill, which we're going to send through Amrak, Bakura, and I guess Hoth. I'm kind of scared to leave stuff too open there. I want to take Endor, but we only have so many ships right now, so we're going to have to work on building up a few things. And, well, let's queue up Margaret,
in production.
Valiant Retribution, and soon we can get the Phantasm. You know what? Let's get Sphere of Destiny.
In production.
Well, before the acclimate. Well, we started off with a couple of acclimators, but right now the main thing on the build bar is the Raider spam we have here. So that'll take a little bit to clear off. You can see there's some acclimators right there. We have Battle Whale and Sarid. But since we have these guys back... Hold on, are you divided? No, this is Enter the Void. So this is our Sovereign. This fleet is going to be one of the new ones.
IPV reporting.
I do need to still add... So it was requested that the Bellator get a hero icon, which... Where is the Bellator? Did I queue it already? I must have done. Oh yeah, I did. So yeah, I haven't switched out the icon yet. It will get its hero icon for tomorrow's episode. But I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I don't think we should take Yagaminer. That's just me, though. We do have the newly promoted Admiral Teddy Bear after his long service in the fleet. And I think Captain Opus could be on the way for a promotion, too. But let's get you guys over to Rygar. And let's get our Rygar fleet... which unit? 444th. You are going into Amrak.
Orders received.
Hey, Shadow Eyes, Revenant. So we are streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. I've got that little thing at the top of the screen showing the links for both.
Tactical battle imminent.
So if you prefer Twitch and you're on YouTube, you can head over to Twitch. If you're on YouTube and you prefer... You can no. If you're on Twitch and you prefer YouTube, you can go to YouTube. You prefer you yeah, you know what I mean. Whatever. I'm tired. The droid attack on the Wookiees. Is Kashyyyk actually in this GC?
Enemy
I don't think
forces
so.
ahead.
Maybe I'll make sure that all of our B1 companies are coded in before we attack Kashyyyk if it's here.
Choose your
Ooh,
reinforcements.
another Odo. Can we make them retreat? I don't think so. I think they actually take into account the station properly now. This this missing hardpoint stuff is fixed in the main, like in the main build. I don't know if it was fixed in any of the patches yet. If not, it'll be fixed for 2.2.3, which should be coming fairly soon. We're still trying to work out, well, two things. What's going on with the Yavitha, for one thing, and what's going on with the AI changes that have gone in since. Well, we think it's, or I think it's the AI changes, because that was the thing that we reverted to make it work again. But there's the thing where it'll freeze after battle sometimes with some of the newer changes, which is why we had to revert one of the patches from Mod Database, and why we had to remove some of the changes from the first patch off of Steam. But
I can't see him. I can't see him.
but anywho,
Go after the stragglers.
hopefully we'll be able to figure that out. If not, we just won't include those specific files in the patches, because the main thing we're kind of focusing on right now is stability changes for the air progressive GCs. Oh, they got away.
Roger that. Form up.
Alright, you guys back off. We're gonna have to rush this with fighters. If we can. Kind of peppering that with
TIE interceptor here. Course set.
some
TIE
damage, but
squadron here.
Destroyer here. Copy.
I want to make sure we get as many fighters as we can.
Bomber standing by.
Intercepting.
Bomber squadron reporting.
So we'll try to take out their fighters here,
Setting up my run.
and then we'll go for...
Losing control.
What killed your shields?
Coming back around for another run. For the Empire.
We'll try to go for the Odo after that.
Getting a lock.
Pursuing enemy forces.
Intercepting. Ready for orders.
Taking them out.
Bombs
Won't be
away.
around much longer.
That's weird. I didn't see what hit this.
Formation.
We're being targeted.
Get behind them.
Target critical. Engaging the enemy.
But yeah, so
I'm on this.
one of the things that I do try to do for the patrons every so often is put up a poll on what the next stuff we're gonna do is. So there was a poll up on Patreon
Eyes reporting in.
where
Star
The-
Destroyer standing by.
they were voting on what to play after
Orders, sir.
after Jedi Knight finishes. So whether we'd play Academy, Rebellion, so the old Star Wars Rebellion, which I think was called Supremacy in the UK,
Receive orders.
or Galactic Battlegrounds. And the poll's going to close tomorrow at 5 p.m. But it looks like Galactic Battlegrounds is going to be our next game, replacing Jedi Knight. So
Comlink.
Jedi Knight should finish on Sunday. We actually have a video. I'm going to do some Off-World Trading Company tomorrow. It's a free weekend for that. Along with the next episode of the community playthrough that we're doing here. So
Formation.
that'll be going up on Sunday, the final episode of Jedi Outcast. And so Sunday's one of our days off of this playthrough. So that'll probably be the final episode of Phoenix Rising and Jedi Outcast, actually. So we're going to be doing Galactic Battlegrounds. We will be getting to all those games eventually. This was just for what's going to be coming up
Ready for
directly
command,
next.
sir.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
I've lost engine 2.
Alright.
Order
I'm going to get you to go in a little bit.
Attack commencing.
Your orders.
And you guys are
Yes.
probably okay.
Take out the iron cannon.
They kind of just need to come in from the side.
Awaiting orders. Coming around. Heading to destination.
Yeah, so
Form up.
Phoenix Rising is going to get replaced with another Empire War mod. I'm thinking right now that's going to be Stargate. because it's been a long time since we properly played that, and the last time we tried it ended with some crashing, and it seems to be a lot more stable now, and I really enjoy that mod, so I want to give it another go.
Cruiser reporting.
Just let that heal up a little bit.
Awaiting your command. Our primary
Nope, we
target
need to get the
is
mega
those mines.
masers.
Copy. Those laser banks are the primary target.
Your command, sir.
They're coming in quick.
Hey, I know.
More enemy craft.
Well, Rogue, I'm going to be doing more City Skylines at some point, too. There's a new expansion that's coming out. It actually... Is it out already? The Parks one?
Target the lasers.
Because I was thinking I'd do some streams of that, actually. Because that seems to be a game that'd work pretty well with streaming.
My scopes are jammed.
Will there'll be any changes to space stations with the introduction of level 4? Well, one of the things we want to do, regardless of adding the 4th level of Shipyard, is update the models for the existing ones, because they are not the best. So that... We'd like to do that sooner than later, but that all that stuff tends to depend on what the resources available are.
The laser cannons.
They've got us targeted.
Yeah, I've heard of Expanding Fronts. We'll probably play that at some point. I'm thinking I want to start with the campaigns. Like, what I might do is just do like a first stream where I do a bit of the campaigns, and then
Open fire.
from there
Reporting.
we'll
Our target
either...
priority is the
I honestly, I haven't even played it yet, so I've been trying to avoid it until
Star Destroyer standing by.
I actually do it for the channel.
Star Destroyer reporting in. The lasers are our
Alright, so we got the auto down. No, we lost 444th. I didn't realize that. There's gonna be more losses this episode than usual. Trying to watch the chat and watch the ships is a little bit more challenging. Not super challenging, but I'm gonna miss stuff. It's gonna happen. Alright, so our first loss of the episode. Let's get Say My Name queued. You know what, let's actually queue Say My Name over here. No, this is called Say My Name. We do have our Bellator, which is Invidious 2. It's going to be a hero, but again, I haven't got my haven't got the icon in for tapping yet. Have you built most of the Corvettes? I have not built anywhere near most of the Corvettes.
Building started.
There are a ton of Raiders left. These are all the Raiders. I haven't coded in the Lancers, or I don't think I've coded in the rest of the CR90s. I was trying to do it one Corvette at a time, so that we didn't end up with this situation forever. Because that wouldn't be ideal. But there's all our Raiders, and now we're into some other stuff. Okay, so I guess I did do all the CR90s.
IPV reporting.
They're just hidden. Alright, you guys can come in.
Construction complete.
Is there a hero icon corner cap? Yeah, so this is as many that are ever going to show up in the corner, but when you're actually in battle, they'll still show up, and they'll still show up on the top of the piles when I have these filters on.
IPV reporting.
It looks like we're probably 2 weeks away from being able to queue Upper Kala. Okay, let's get some of you guys into here. It has more like battle cruisers and it has the Sovereign, so
Confirmed. IPV reporting.
okay. So, Reed did ask for confetti launcher and party starter to be in the same fleet. Did I build party starter yet? I don't think I did. Does anyone remember party starter being a thing yet? I don't think it is. Once it's built, I'll put them together, but I don't think it was built. Yeah, so I don't think it was there. Time Maulers will come soon. So I'm trying to do it in ways that kind of make sense. So the units that fill the same roles, I'm trying to space out a bit more so that when they like fill up the build bar, there's still some useful stuff. Like there's not just a bunch of the same thing. Let's get a probe droid. I'm not gonna risk this. Let's get
under construction.
Let's get a couple probe droids.
Building started. Vehicle in production.
You guys, I'm gonna get into
Right away.
that fleet.
Moving out.
Take us out, full thrusters.
Construction complete.
I'm gonna get them to go in over Endor, and then after Amrak, this fleet's gonna hit Bakura, and then we'll have the ground forces in there for both Bakura and Endor. And that's how that's gonna work.
Battle imminent.
It fell. Ha! Nice try, jerks. Any news on the FOC patch release? It should be soon.
We've located the enemy.
It was in for Disney approval.
Choose your reinforcements.
Tyrants can fit. This is actually going to be really annoying because normally if you want to select all your Corvettes, you just double click.
Location confirmed.
But
Cannons armed.
now
Cruiser here. Advancing.
you gotta go through the extra steps.
Yes, Commander.
Cruiser standing by.
Awaiting orders.
Squadron reporting. Going for the lasers.
Frequency open.
I'm on them. A-wing
Standing
squadron
by.
reporting.
Help your Raider brethren.
Attacking. Awaiting your orders. Awaiting your command.
Alright, this is the premiere episode for all these ships, so Valiant, Retribution, and Defiant are getting in some good damage
Order
first.
confirmed. Destroy the shield generator.
Try not to let one on your tail. I'll try and draw their fire. Try not to let one on your tail. Breathe through full throttle.
Coming back around
That's
for
got
another
him.
run.
I don't think we've lost any of the Corvettes yet.
Where are you?
The Kronas,
Running out of
Sir,
maneuvers.
you guys are trying to hide.
sir,
That AI plan to hide surprise units and like go through asteroids, it's kind of weird.
Attack that target. Our target priority
I think for the most part Bob removed it.
ready
But
for orders. Target confirmed.
so we upload later. Yeah, so as soon as this is done, well it takes usually a little bit to process, but
A-wing here.
Reporting
when
in.
it's ready, it'll still be on the channel.
We are victorious.
Party starter might have been.
Cruiser.
No, I don't think party starter was destroyed. What's bound to change? Okay, Zafel, you're gonna be safe for now. I think we've got enough for a secondary ground force. Well, we've got all those Droideka. Got all these Juggernauts.
Arrival.
I keep saying I want to put more effort into changing the unit compositions in each fleet and ground force, but there's just so many different fronts that we have to protect against.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Yeah, there'll be a lot more Corvettes. Alright, so airstrikers and a bunch of RFTs is what that's going to be.
Enemy fleet approaching.
No enemy fleets approaching. You're going to be staying exactly where you are. Please no Empire. The New Republic is in really bad shape too. It looks like it's going to be us against the Empire.
Invasion commencing.
Who are you invading? Bringing. They're invading even though we have all that. That's
Building started.
This is gonna be bad, isn't it? Okay, well, we'll see. Hey, subtitle. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not good.
Reporting.
Alright.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's get protagonist
Right
in
away.
there. And
Enemy base shields up.
Geronimo
out, sir.
Company. As well as Shredder
Course plotted.
and Spaghetti
Adjusting
Eaters.
Naval computer.
Yes,
This should be fun.
I'll be there. I understand. Turret constructing. Sensor node
I
constructing.
think we have guns is still alive.
I'm with you.
Yes.
All right, men, take cover.
Bye bye
Construction
phone
complete.
notifications.
Yes, Commander.
Stay close to me. Construction complete.
Where are those airstrikers? They usually want to come kill us. Okay, you guys are just going in there.
I'm here. I'll be there.
Fire support ready.
Creep up on them.
T2B over. I've
You are
got
not
it
a
on my
T2B.
sight. And in charge. T2B, copy. Weapons
Let
ready.
me help you. May the force be with me.
It always feels wrong killing these civilians.
Don't underestimate.
Or like how your yellow color and Yavitha. Well, I'm actually thinking the Yavitha color might change because I want to use yellow for someone else.
Ready.
We're running out of colors to
I'll
use,
follow your
How can I
lead.
help you?
like distinct,
Armor
noticeably different
standing by.
colors.
Course
Yeah,
plotted.
civilians are still
Adjusting
unlimited
Naval
respawns
computer.
until their homes are destroyed.
Advancing.
I like to think of it as that, like, those houses were having large parties,
On my way.
so when you're invading, they're in the middle of the party, and that's what happens.
We've secured a landing zone.
We have secured a landing zone, thank you. We still haven't seen the airstrikers.
AT-AT ready.
Commander Skywalker reporting.
Sensor
Where do you
node
need
constructing.
me? Right.
Party starters in the... okay.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the only one I
I'll
didn't
help
really
any way
check,
I
so...
can.
Makes sense.
Construction complete.
There they are. Blast them.
Turret constructing.
There's the airstriker.
Awaiting your signal.
Thrawn's Revenge is always the party universe.
Armor ready.
Oh, I guess I should say, since we are live on Twitch as well, anyone who's a subscriber on Twitch, including using the Amazon Prime sub,
Bombing
that counts as the similar level of Patreon thing. So if you are a Twitch sub, you do get to pick a patronship.
What's the mission?
Ready to roll. Armor transport ready.
Skywalker reporting.
And that applies for all the playthroughs.
Reporting in. Destination set. Roger that. Advance.
I want to get to the... Oh, that's not even a sensor node. Never mind.
Roger that.
'Kay.
Proceeding to target.
Go kill that thing. Make it the air stricken.
Form up. Forward.
When is the air supposed to happen from arrow 1 to 2? From arrow 1 to 2, so arrow 1 has 2 halves, so it actually would be at week 200 that you get to arrow 2.
Heading out. Form up. On my way, sir. We've got your back.
Transmit the order.
Okay.
Awaiting your
Well, let's drop some extra stormtroopers there. And let's take advantage of our extra pop cap. So,
On my way.
Strider,
Order
Suramil,
acknowledged.
Wrath of
Heading
Thrawn.
out.
Thanks, Newman. You have a patronship and a viewership? That's trickier.
Yes, sir.
I guess yes, because people can become patrons during the playthrough and get their patronship. I wouldn't be fair if I said no to that, which means that conversely, then patrons they should be punished for already being a patron. So I guess yeah, they can request. People who are already patrons can request a viewership, and people who are viewers can become patrons.
I
Yeah,
copy.
that
I
makes sense.
understand.
What about the rest of the bears? So it's 100 for every sub era. So Thrawn is 100, but he's got that little the little extra time between him and Palpatine,
I'm on it.
where it's like the Moff Council.
Understood.
So that's
Secondary position.
a little over 100. But like Palpatine is 100, Jax is 100, Dal is 100, Pelion is forever because he doesn't change.
I'm going.
But if the leader changes, that section's counted as 100.
On my
It's not
way.
just the era per se. All right.
Stay close to me.
Protagonist, I'm gonna get you to
Over
run up
there, you got
there.
This should be fun.
Does the air chain stop the?
I see it. Be
There's
right
some
there.
weird edge cases with that. It sort of depends. We're trying to figure out the best way to handle
I'm here.
that kind of stuff, and
You can count
I
on
think one of the better ways to do that is to make sure that every era change involves the Empire getting a new planet.
I understand.
What can we get those?
Reporting. Right
So that
away.
instead of it just being like
Let me help you.
so how Dala works in Era 4, you get the Maw and Dala spawns at the Maw. So if we say put in Pelion on Bastion and then Bastion is not accessible until then, because the capital of the Pentastar alignment was in Tralla,
Copy.
so locking them out of Bastion wouldn't be the worst. And I think that just means we need a planet
Yes,
for
Heading out. Back up.
Jax, Thrawn, and Isard. But we might even be safe not doing it for Isard, because generally the Empire won't be wiped out before Isard's dead. Because it's based on... Because that era can change if they lose Coruscant, so she still have somewhere to go.
Affirmative, sir.
Is it possible that you confirm if Pachinko companies die? I'm pretty sure Pachinko is the one that died. Because Tanky McTankface and Let's Make a All About Corey were both still alive.
Reporting.
And I'm not sure who it could have been if not them.
Engaging enemy. I'll follow your lead. Fire. Target acquired. We're right behind you. Enemy sighted.
No, thanks, Anumi. If you do change your mind about that, you can just message me
I'm here, sir.
directly on Twitch, and I can change that for you.
Right. Ready. Got it. Yes, Commander. Let's go. Attack!
Reporting.
Alright, I don't think we lost anything fully there.
Brilliant. Attack run.
You guys are going to move back a little
Moving
bit.
out.
It's a lot of RFTs. I really want to change the ground AI stuff. We mostly... So Bob did a lot of work on the galactic AI, and me and Pox did a little bit of work on the tactical AI for space, but ground AI is mostly just vanilla, so it
Ready.
still does about a bunch of stuff that we don't like.
Support ready.
Okay, you guys,
Ready, sir.
you go in there first.
Transfer coordinates. Swamp speeder ready. Swamp speeder reporting.
Swamp Speeder, go be ready
How
elsewhere.
can I help you?
I'm not 100% sure about Pachinko Company, but I don't know who else it could be. We need some heavy hitters still in there. Do we want Valkyries? I think this is a bit too far for Valkyries to get to. So let's get Squad Beer and Sabretooth back.
Unit capacity.
AT-AT ready.
Have you built the Neapolitan Squad yet? And is Ramble Squad dead? I'm not sure.
Let's go.
You buy my dreadnoughts. I haven't coded in any of the dreadnoughts, and they'd be after the stuff that's already in. So it'll probably be a couple episodes before the dreadnoughts are there. Like the build bar is already completely full for the light frigates.
Right.
On my way. Ready.
Where do you need me?
Yes, Commander.
Armored transport ready.
I'm very scared about running into all these RFTs. You know what?
Ready for command,
I'm less
sir.
scared about this guy running into all the RFTs.
Comlink active.
Waiting your orders.
Well, there's only 3 there, so you know what?
Reporting
We're
in.
good.
Target acquired.
I'm ready for this.
Transport ready.
4, actually, but...
Commencing attack.
RFTs are... They used to be really, really good. Now they're
Weapons
just
armed.
somewhat
Warrior
okay.
moving to attack. Fire.
All the Empire of the Hand units except the MMT were, like, significantly nerfed.
Cannons charged. We've got you, man.
These are anti-infantry tanks,
Fire.
so our tankity tanks can be
Open fire. Attack that target.
fairly comfortable.
Attacking target. Providing backup.
All the assault frigates and just off the build bar. Honestly, you'd have to check the spreadsheet for those. I think they are one of the units that I coded,
Enemy spotted.
because I was doing them in chunks. Okay, you're just moonwalking, you're not helping.
Awaiting orders. Form up.
I'm pretty confident the stuff on the spreadsheet is currently accurate, except for the stuff that died yesterday's episode. That, I think, is the only stuff that shouldn't be represented on the spreadsheet. So if it's green on there, it's coded in. If it's red on there, it was dead as of yesterday morning. So I think that just... I think Let's Make a List died yesterday.
Acknowledged.
And... no, not Let's Make a List. I think yesterday is when... although Corey died. Let's Make a List died a little bit before. So far the only 2 people who have been completely eliminated are Hexadus Scar, who is a tester, and Slorny, who's one of the devs. So I don't feel quite as bad about it.
Weapons armed. We've sighted them. I copy. Walker moving to attack. I've got him in my sight. Targeting.
The MMT will be changed when we do the overhaul for ground units, especially for Empire of the Hand. A lot of their art is changing, a lot of their... a lot of the balance is going to change.
Firepower.
Part of it is that because the MMT's main weapon isn't a hard point, it has perfect accuracy. So even just the possibility of it missing, especially against stuff like infantry, would make it a lot better, in that it would make it a lot worse. But unfortunately,
Construction complete.
it has to be a hard point for that to be a thing. That also means sacrificing the
Heading to destination.
attack animation. Okay, so let's check out Bakura and let's check out Endor. Because we're going to try to go in for both of those, and that'll leave us with Bakura, Endor, and Morja covered.
Battle imminent.
Okay, that's scary. That's a lot of stuff. Forgot about this. No, not for 2.3. For 2.2, a lot of the stuff was nerfed from 2.1. We haven't done a lot of the ground balancing for 2.3 yet. This is too much, is what I'm going to say. This isn't going to be possible. Okay, fighting the Empire is going to be awful. I don't know what it is about this game, just not wanting us to keep Bilbringi. Every time.
The enemy is approaching.
Reinforcements en route. Hypervelocity cannon firing.
Your command, sir.
Get out of there. You get out of there.
Cruiser here.
You get out of there. We just need the stuff that's going to be in range when they start retreating to get out of here. Because we are, spoiler alert, we're retreating. I think. Like, this is the kind of battle that, in a regular series, I'd try to win just for fun. But with the way this series works,
We're moving out.
Reinforcements en route.
especially with how many reserves they have,
Speed. Reinforcements en route.
I'm on them.
Can I spook Corey into more deaths? Corey into more deaths.
thanks Rusty, but you didn't scare me this time. I saw the capital ship here and I was like, did I lose something? No. Are they going to leave that open though? That's the question.
We're moving
Well, let's
out.
get rid of that. You over here. Nope, you over here.
Acknowledged.
We kind of just have to write that off. Let's get,
Tactical battle imminent.
what's your name again? Say my name. Invidious. Let's get Invidious's support fleet ready, and I'm going to send that up to the north. This is going to be one of our anti-Imperial fleets. Because we've got basically the whole southern line covered. I'll have to check for party starter after this battle. If the Cardin makes it in for 2.3, would it only go to the Empire, or would it also go to certain warlords? So the plan for the Cardin was actually going to be half of the factions would get the Cardin, half would get the Valaduja, and then in skirmish, the Valaduja, or the Cardin would probably be the skirmish base for everything, just because it's such a... The Valaduja is such an awkwardly shaped structure, which is okay for Galactic Conquest, but for skirmish, when you try, we want to have a little bit more uniformity between the factions. Not fantastic.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
We can destroy this before they get in. But yeah, so it'll probably be like the Empire, Zinj, and maybe just the Empire and Zinj that had Cardan, and then Penastar, Maldruid, and Raidu that have
Awaiting your command.
Valaduja. And Yavitha would have Cardan as
Star
well.
Destroyer
So.
standing by. Star Destroyer reporting in. Yes, Commander. Attacking target. Awaiting orders.
Ready for battle.
I'm kind of worried about Pox's revenge being in the back here.
Awaiting your orders. Fire at will.
Picking up
Attacking.
signal. Reporting in.
That raid fleet is kind of a problem.
Starting my run.
Awaiting your command.
The Nebula and Endurance are pretty high up on the priority list of stuff that needs to get redone, as is the top part of the Gladiator skin.
Commander. Reporting in.
But the Nebula and Endurance, we actually finished them before, I want to say before Essential Guide to Warfare came out, which is when Fractal Sponge's like modern Nebula and Endurance became a thing.
I've lost engine 2. I've been hit.
Okay, you need to go forward a bit. This is another raid fleet that's not the worst, so
Destroyer here.
Enemy fighters incoming. I can't see it.
The lasers are our target. Fire.
I need help.
Tevin, I've been mentioning the hero icon for the Invidious. It is on the to-do list for tomorrow, so don't worry. It will be done.
We've got them on scopes.
I mean, I technically did work on a Halo mod for Empire War.
Attack formation.
I helped a fair bit with Campaign Commander.
Our target priority is the laser cannon.
It was like 90% Farseer, but I did a bunch of models for
Target
the
those
NSC and a couple for the Covenant.
Take out the iron cannon.
I think actually for the Covenant I just did the
I
Seraph.
copy.
There we go. likely to return to the Blessed Republic Star Destroyer. The thing with that is the design is awful, and the stats are very close to the Nebula.
Tactical battle imminent.
Right, another battle of Bilberry.
Hypervelocity gun destroyed.
That's nice. How many times can we take and lose Bilbringi in one playthrough? Do we have a Pathfinder for this fleet? Because we were going to put the Republic back in, but the model is just, or the design is awful.
Setting course.
Building started.
I think some of these are actually duplicates.
Recruiting.
But Dam
Recruiting.
33rd, XCOM, and
Recruiting.
Apathy. Republic B suits.
Enlisting.
Some of the starting forces, I think it was actually got
Reporting.
got duplicated just because of how they had to be limited. So
Construction.
with those, there might be like a mulligan or something.
Reporting.
I think it was Geronimo Company and one more that I might have doubled up on.
Reporting.
So if we get to a point in the GC
Tactical battle imminent.
where we only have Geronimo Company left, that means that I've technically lost. Well, if RC ever does go back to Campaign Commander, then I'll still help him with that if he wants it. I think I did the Warthog,
Enemy unit
Mongoose, Seraph. I made an elephant. That I know the elephant made it in the game, but I don't think it. No, it wasn't in one of the release builds. This is gonna get ion cannon immediately.
Reinforcements canceled.
So let's get Sphere of Destiny. It's gonna soak up the ion cannon for us, because it's just needed for siege anyways. Margaret, or they're not gonna use it. We'll get Enter the Void and Mob Tyrants.
Ion cannon firing.
Oh, they went for that. Can I not fit you any? There we go. We'll get Valiant
We shall be
Retribution
there shortly.
and Defiant.
Right away.
Sovereign stands ready.
Sovereign stands ready. No. I think that was changed
Star
too.
Destroyer standing by.
Reinforcements en route.
We await your command, my lord. Sovereign stands ready.
Like, I occasionally do the like one-off skirmish videos in Campaign Commander. I'd love if there was a Galactic Conquest mode for
Star
it,
Destroyer
but
reporting in.
I've thought about trying Covenant at War, but it's not quite the same quality.
Yes, Commander.
Well, I think we changed how some of the tags worked on the stations, and we didn't change the super laser abilities for it.
Sovereign stands ready.
Awaiting orders.
I hate the torpedo sphere. It really needs a redo as well.
We await your command.
That's one of the things that kind of sucks about having the mod be like so broad, is that
Sovereign stands
over 12 years there's a lot of content we really want to update, but
Go after the stragglers.
Awaiting your
it
orders.
takes a long time to redo 12 years worth of content, and then by the time you're done that,
Awaiting your command.
you're like, okay, well, let's redo it again.
We await your command, my lord.
I've got the
I want a
mindset.
burning house. Nothing less.
I am not going to self-destruct Sphere of Destiny.
Sovereign stands ready.
Enemies in range.
We await your command, my lord.
On for another
I feel like that would definitely result in a canceled pledge.
Ready.
That's just my guess.
Form up. Changing course to intercept.
Intercepting. Eliminating target.
Target locked. Course set.
I'm on them.
Rendezvous at Mark 6.1.
Stay in formation. Get behind them.
See, the thing about Bilbringi is I need to control it, but it's... This is like the 7th time we've lost it. So at a certain point, it's like...
Destination set.
Maybe they just don't want to be part of the Corey Consortium. Alright, Urkala, you're up.
Unit in production.
And Relena, over here, will get the Emperor Protects.
Vehicle in production.
Sometimes he attacks.
Tactical battle imminent.
What is this white egg shooting? So that is a torpedo sphere. It says what it does. You always know exactly what you're getting with a torpedo sphere. A sphere? Well, actually no, you don't. It's not a sphere, it's ovoid. It's a torpedo ovoid. But that didn't roll off the tongue in quite the same way.
Look, sir, it's them.
We make our own stuff, so we wouldn't use theirs. We can just remake ours.
Awaiting orders. I'm on it.
Honestly, the EAW mod, EAW mod community is full of mods that are just using the same models from the same places, and we are never going to be one of those mods. Yeah, Rusty, that's YouTube and Twitch. Where's Paradox Engine? I think Paradox Engine is at Corellia. That fleet's going to start doing more stuff soon.
Frigate reporting. Orders received.
Because we'll start going as we start going in on the New Republic from the south. We should be able to move in from the east as well. Remember when the Empire of the Hand ships always escape when they are low on health? Now they're not doing it. We might have changed the plans for when they use it, because they were using it way too much before. Because basically that was actually activating whenever the Empire of the Hand ships wanted to get somewhere fast. Because the AI plan is basically if the ship has powered engines and it needs to kite, it'll use that and try to escape. But in the mod with the ships that have single unit retreat, because single unit retreat is considered powered engines, it'll be firing that whenever it wants to use powered engines, so we had to make some changes to that. Is it 14th Miracle around yet? Is that 14th Miracle is a Majestic, right? If so, it's coded in. It should be coded in. It might have just it should be there. So I'll have to check. Revenge. That is one of our Praetors. I think it's built already? What a terrible raid fleet. That's just awful.
Weapons armed.
I feel bad for it.
Yes, Commander. Enemy spotted.
Basically, if people have requested a ship and it says it's in game, but it should be visible, like the stuff like the Majestic should be visible on the build bar, because it's in the cruiser menu. Actually, no, yeah, so that's probably why it's not visible, because it's not on the capital menu. So it's there, it's just probably back a little bit. That stuff I've tried to put, like the patron ships, closer to the front, but I'll check again. I don't think I've built the Majestics yet.
The lasers are our target.
I'm hit. I've been hit.
Ready to engage.
I've got him.
Excellent shot.
I've got him targeted.
I got one.
Roger that.
Judging by the spreadsheet, you coded too many space units rather than ground units. Like, they have no screens in the ground units. Because most of the battles happen once. I coded them in based on... Like, I did all the stuff at once. I was trying to get all the space stuff done in one go. Which is why I got, like, 200 units done at once. But the ground stuff, I was going to do that next. But we also needed more space units than we needed ground units, because we were losing more space units. And with ground stuff, you can sort of move around the same army if you need to. With space, it becomes a lot harder to defend if you try to do that. So I wanted to make sure we had a good bit of space stuff done. Also, the ground units are a little bit harder to do. They're a lot more annoying to do. So I was procrastinating those intentionally. But I was trying to prioritize it based on, first, patron stuff, and second, what we need, and third, what will annoy me the least. Was it on the capital ship here? Maybe I'm wrong then. Hold on. First off, I wanted to check you. for party starter. Yes, there's party starter. So party starter, which fleet was confetti launcher in? Teddy's? I think. That's Night Flame. This is confetti launcher? Yes. So let's get you as requested
Maneuvering.
with you. Duro. This is actually still a random spawn planet. We could take that pretty easily. You're gonna get your icon, don't worry. Yeah, so the Majestic should have been there, but they are apparently not. So I'll have to check if something was preventing them from being built. Yeah, so if there's anything like that, like I was saying earlier, just put it in the comments or something, and I do check all those. There's been a few things that have been caught that way, but... And please do be patient with me. There are about 830 units that I'm trying to code in and keep track of, so I'm going to miss stuff. There's going to be stuff that it's supposed to be in, but something went wrong with the code, because I'm coding like 50 at a time, too.
Building started.
Otherwise, I'd be here.
Beginning construction.
Alright, let's, we're gonna get our last XR85. Oh, there's Ramble Squad. This was asked about earlier. So Ramble Squad's still around. Let's use them. They might not be around after this battle. You Thrawn's Revenge episode with Arido Authority. I did actually a playthrough with Arido this time last year. Basically with the preview playthroughs, I try to focus on, that's not good. I try to focus on what's been changed the most, or it's a preview, so. So for 2.2, I actually did one with every faction except the Avitha.
Inbound.
And that was only, they were going to have their own playthrough, but there were issues with the,
Reinforcements canceled.
Developing Fury and Shooty Floy Boat.
Enemy base shields up.
But yeah, there were issues with getting them to not crash, so I wasn't able to do the playthrough with them.
Reinforcement standing by.
Alright, I'm gonna go and find the artillery with the lats.
Aerial artillery reporting. Ready for orders.
Construction.
Engines activated. At the ready. Receiving orders. Attacking.
Oh no.
Ready.
Ready to receive orders. Firing.
Yes, sir. Advancing.
Comlink active. Engaging.
Okay, I think they're still alive.
I have the target in sight. Roger that.
Roger. Avoiding fire.
Form up.
Okay.
Targeting.
Yeah, I did a Arido Authority on Endor Aftermath this time last year, so the series should still be there. But that was kind of like
Squadron moving out.
the depths of the 2.2 mod development
Heading for
stuff.
attack position.
Because there's a lot of Arido stuff getting added in 2.3 though, I'll probably do that after the Asserter and the other two units are done. So there'll definitely be another playthrough with them. Alright, I think we're safe. Bring down roaming turret. And never rust.
Open fire.
I did a blog type video
Attack the target.
last September,
Attacking target.
but
Fire at will.
I might get a camera someday.
Right away.
Didn't attack Endor with... Yeah, that was a missed opportunity, but he's busy on defensive duty right now.
Point contested.
Heading out.
Asterix, you missed a couple battles.
Reporting in.
So far, we've only lost 444th, I think.
Destination ahead. Let's move out. Cut through them.
All weapons loaded. T4P mobile. T4P ready.
Alright, I want to clear out the Ewoks as much as possible.
Entering battle.
Actually, you two, go do some extra scouting.
Give me
You guys come and do that.
engaging target.
Roger that.
these? That's a turret.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Keep going.
Bombers at the ready.
Got it.
Initiate bombing run.
Oh god.
Moving into position.
Oh god.
We've sighted.
They're little rocks. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
That's clear.
Targeting.
You guys do that. They hurt. They never rust. You're gonna kill some Ewoks too. You're gonna be good at this. Kind of.
Form up.
That infiltrator just took out that on its own.
Spearheading assault.
Okay, that's probably Ramble Squad dead.
Roger.
Awaiting
Don't
orders.
do that.
Form up. Underway.
Ready.
Okay, so those being turbo lasers,
This
that
way.
means that's gonna be a problem the whole way through.
Over there.
So
Copy.
get over
Right
here.
away, sir.
The RFTs are roaming
Squad,
turret.
advance.
I'm
Move
pretty
out.
sure.
Right away.
Why does the strike cruiser have much higher range than other ships? Because it's such a glass cannon, we figured that would be because we're trying to do more with different ranges being a factor.
Lancet standing by.
We figured the strike cruiser would be a ship that probably benefits a lot from that.
Sensor node
And that's when where it would make sense to do it.
Engines activated.
Okay.
construction complete.
Infiltrator Academy.
Receiving orders.
I'm gonna get you guys to come up over the hill. Not get shot by a turbo laser, ideally.
As you wish.
Okay, you're not getting shot by a turbo laser. Nothing's getting repelled off the wall. Oh.
Squadron moving out. Blast them out. Attacking.
Okay, there you go. No. That's not going to do enough damage.
Aerial artillery reporting.
I'm kind of worried about these guys. These turrets.
Reinforcement point contested.
Lancet proceeding. Firing.
Just stay far enough away that nothing's going to come shoot you.
I copy, sir. Heading out.
I'm going to try to grab that,
I copy.
that landing zone.
Reporting.
Bombing run available.
As long as nothing kills these guys. Okay, now set up there, and you guys come and
Order
capture that.
acknowledged.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Right away. Yes, Commander.
Here we go. Can you combine the factions from the Clone Wars and the factions here for multiplayer? That wouldn't go
Ready for
super
orders.
well. Fall of the Republic and Imperial Civil War are going to be separate mods.
Right away. Moving out.
It would be...
Heading out.
We need them to be separate mods for a lot of GC related stuff, and for multiplayer stuff that would be very difficult to balance as well. So
Ready.
it doesn't really make sense to have it all in one place.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, that should be it for those, at least.
All weapons loaded.
Reinforcement point
Heading out.
contested.
Order, sir.
You know what?
Bombers reporting in.
P4P.
Had enough of these Ewoks.
We've secured a landing zone.
Okay, parkour
Adjusting Navicomputer.
and compliance regulator
Reinforcements en route.
and Ishtola.
Destination set.
At the ready. Ready to receive orders.
Reinforcement point
Let's
contested.
move out. Let's go.
Reinforcement point contested.
Engaging.
There we go. That was risky.
Give me a target. Fall out, troops.
Yeah, I don't like how many Ewoks spawn so close to stuff on here. Makes it very difficult.
K2B over.
Or not even difficult, just annoying.
Roger that.
You have to be pretty careful.
Form up.
Alright, especially if you're trying not to lose anything. Get
Proceeding.
Testudo in there.
Reinforcement
This
point
area.
contested.
Unit
Oh, there's
destroyed.
that, but we still have 2/3 of it, so we should be fine. I'm reading both. This is the base Endor map, yeah.
Reinforcement
Well,
point
different ships
contested.
have different ranges, so
Awaiting orders.
that's just...
Copy. Keep going. This way.
Alright, can you hit this
Have the
without getting
target
hit by
in
anything else?
Plant it. Targeting.
Alright, let's speed that up.
Reinforcement point contested.
I think that's just closer. I'm not sure if there's another turbo laser here or there, and I don't want to risk that. I don't think there is, but just for
Over there. Heading for attack
just for
position.
safety.
Engines activated. Receiving orders.
Reinforcement point contested.
Oh. Okay.
Planetary
Didn't lose
control
anything, I don't think.
achieved.
We still have... Oh no, we lost Ramble Squad, definitely, because they're not... They would be right here. So rip Ramble Squad. That was roaming turret. They're still alive. We'll leave these guys here for a little bit.
Beginning construction.
And we can go in for
Star
salts,
Destroyer
too.
reporting in. Star Destroyer reporting in.
You guys get over here. We have Emperor Protect. That's going to go with Invidious. This will be active next episode once it has the icon.
Construction complete.
Okay, I see what happened. Our
Construction
Majestics, I think Let the Wookiee Win and 14th Miracle were both Majestics.
Construction
14th Miracle was
complete.
definitely Majestic. I guess they just got left as Luke Hawks in the code. So that makes sense. So we'll have to fix that. Hold on. Writing that down.
Construction
Star
complete.
Destroyer reporting in.
Okay, so we've got these guys chilling here. We need extra infantry. I'm going to bring them in. Is it Morja? I definitely need to change the arrangement of some of these ground forces.
I'm going.
But it's time to take Bakura. Bakuran. I think we'll take... Oh, wow.
Invasion commencing.
So hold on a second. They went from Bakura... They were just at Mustafar, I think, before, but now they've taken Sluisfan, Dagobah, and Glova. And Araidu. So New Republic is not doing well. Not at all. Their economy's doing well, so that's nice. Militarily, the Empire is a huge problem. Planetarily, the Empire has almost half the map. So I think the Empire is ahead of us right now. We may lose this playthrough in the fight. I think we're fine going through the New Republic and the Empire of the Hand. But I think once we start fighting the Empire, it's... this could end very quickly for us.
Awaiting your signal. I'm on it. Understood.
I'm going. Choose your reinforcements.
Let's just get you there. I don't know what they have here. I didn't scout it out properly.
On my
And this is
way.
a quite large map.
This should be fun.
My thoughts
Incoming!
Be right there. Right.
Okay, so you might die.
On my way, sir.
It's
Course
Shredder
plotted.
and Buck,
Adjusting
please.
navicomputer.
Got it. I'll help any way I can. Over there, you got it.
R2, are you alright?
Run, Luke, run.
Stupid airstrikers. That sucks. I just wanted to scout with him. I think they'd have starting forces there. I wanted to get over to this. That sucks.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if that was you, Asterix, or Protagonist. I think that was Protagonist.
Destination set. On it, sir.
Alright, time to avenge him.
Order acknowledged. T2B, copy. Keep going. This way. Over there. On it, sir. Course plotted. Fire! Adjusting navicomputer.
So the rules are you get what you have, but have you considered a reinforcement point, and where you have your initial forces, but recruit, draft, and train new forces in maybe 100 weeks. Well, the thing is, we already have 800 units, so
Forward. Right away.
I don't know that. Like, if we did that
Yes, Commander.
that often,
Affirmative, sir.
it'd probably just get too easy. Like, there wouldn't be the same risk of losing, and
Orders received. Heading
I was kind of hoping I'd lose this playthrough. I wanted to see how far in I could
on
get.
my way, sir.
So I'm fine with losing. I think it'll be more interesting if we lose. And if there's too much extra stuff coming
As you
in,
wish, General.
then it gets less
away.
interesting.
Moving out.
Because then it's just like a regular
Heading out.
playthrough. There's no effective limit.
Dropping additional soldiers. Armor standing by. Moving out. Heading out. Fall out, troops. Open fire. Let's move out. Let's go.
These things are really not good for
Keep going.
pathing.
Yes, Commander. Fall out, troops. Armor ready. Ready.
Sensor node constructed.
AT-AT ready. Let's move out.
Thanks, Asterix.
complete.
Ready to roll. This way. Armor transport ready.
I did see that. Thank you.
Cannons charged. Attack. Let's go. Keep going. Roger that. Form up.
Reporting.
Awaiting
Those
orders.
are just spawned
Reporting
AT or stormtroopers, right? Yeah.
Fire. This way. Copy. Roger that. Open fire. Over there. Charged. Attack that.
I was
target.
really not expecting there to be a
Attacking
defending forces point here.
Targeting enemy. Fire at will.
Okay, you guys need to get up to this.
Heading out.
I copy.
They're like Lego tanks.
Over there.
They just blow up like dropped Legos.
Ready. Fall out, troops. Let's move out.
Form up.
We've secured an abandoned
Yes,
sensor
sir.
array.
Awaiting your orders.
Yes, Commander.
See, this behavior
We've secured a
needs to
landing
stop.
zone.
'Cause you can just do
bombing
this.
run.
And, yeah. Look at that. All gone.
Copy.
Alright, let's get up to here.
Destination set.
I'm gonna miss that Jedi.
Let's go.
These infantry are not real infantry, so... Even though this air striker is being a jerk, this air striker is not doing any permanent damage.
Proceeding to target. Reporting.
Alright, I see you. I see you.
Reporting. Attacking. Yes,
You
sir.
guys just get back
On
to it.
Sir. Yes, sir. On my way,
You can
sir.
keep going.
Yes,
I
Commander.
think the RFTs will be able to kill
Orders
this as soon as they
plotted.
get back here.
Adjusting Navicomputer.
I want to make ground battles more fun, and I don't want them entirely determined by how often you can use the thing that comes from space, which is not interactive at all, in which most things, like the defender can't, the defender can't do anything about that.
Attacking target. Yes, Commander. Targeting. Main cannons charged.
Come on, you can shoot that AT-AT. There we go.
Affirmative, sir. Walker moving out. Course plotted. Ready. Right away.
Because if ground battles are just going to be there for people to use to just sit there and wait for bombing runs, just remove ground battles. There's no point to them. If you're going to actually try to improve them, then that's one of the things that shouldn't be the main determining factor of when the battles end. Because this is like,
Initiate attack run.
this is nothing.
Reporting in. Keep going.
We've secured a landing zone.
We applied for voice roles and we were selected. Were they supposed to be in 2.2 or in a future release? Or if they were not in 2.2, does that mean you were cut? No voice stuff was added in 2.2 because that's a significant use of memory. And one of the bigger factors with the save bug, where it would crash when you're trying to load a save, is how much memory was being used when the game was saved. So we cut a lot of stuff that was using that. So that's why stuff like the map previews aren't in 2.2. A lot of the voice role stuff wasn't in 2.0. Like none of the voices that we got were in 2.2, except for stuff that was added earlier. So that wasn't just you, that's everyone. It'll be re-added for 2.3, and unfortunately that does mean for retail and GOG, we may not have them at all, because that is not being patched. We're basically saying that the Steam version of Empire at War is the recommended version to use, and we're going to do our best to still support the GOG and retail version of the mod, but there is going to be stuff in the Steam version that we just simply can't do for the other two versions anymore, which people are probably not going to be thrilled about, but it's kind of out of our control, and the alternative there is either not doing that content at all for either version, or not doing a GOG or retail version at all, and I don't think people would like that any better, so that's kind of just the way the EAW is going to really work. So once you have this much content, you will be kind of limited on what else you can do. So stuff like Empire's End is probably going to have to be Steam exclusive. Yeah, so anyone who doesn't have it, until May 5th, I think. Or not May 5th. Does it end May 5th? Well, either way. Empire War is currently on sale on Steam, so if you don't have it on Steam, it's like $6, $7. Well, Revenant, the patch for the save bug for Steam is in, it's already in testing by Disney, or it's being approved by Disney, so it shouldn't be too long. Depends on how long they're... So that was Protagonist.
System
So
control
RIP Protagonist.
achieved.
It depends on how long the QA process takes and then the rollout. And there have been actually some people complaining about that, like, oh, why is Disney get to say it? But that's literally how every developer-publisher relationship works. The publisher orders the patch, the developer makes the stuff, then the publisher handles the rollout. So this isn't like some weird new Disney thing. This is just how it's worked for literally everyone forever. But anyways, I think we are going to leave that there for today. I didn't want this to be too much longer than a regular episode, because it's supposed to be a regular episode. If you guys enjoyed this, maybe we'll do some other future episode recordings like this, especially for this playthrough, when it's a lot harder to do like recordings for the future, because sometimes I'll try to do like all my recordings for the week within the space of 2 or 3 days, and then I can do the editing and modding for the rest of the week. But with this one, because of how it works with like adding all the units and making sure everything is still up to date, I tend to record it sort of as we go, so it's a lot more feasible to do this kind of live recording thing. So if you guys enjoyed that, let me know, and I'll definitely try to work it in. Maybe, because we're doing 5 episodes a week, maybe we'll do it at least once a week. But anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough too. This has been a lot of fun for me. It's been a lot of work too, compared to the other playthroughs, just because of all the extra maintenance. So I definitely think we're going to do it again, though. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions for how to change the playthrough or any changes to make to layout, we probably won't be able to do, depending on next time we do it and how much the channel grows from that, we probably won't be able to do the exact same way, just because I'd end up with too many units, but we'll figure it out. So anyways, thanks again, everyone. Thanks, Weiss. But yeah, appreciate the, what is it called? Super chat? Yeah, thank you. But anyways, yeah. Thanks again, everyone. See you next time. Bye.